Okay, welcome guys for Module 4. This is our Tuite Workshop. Tuite basically means, it's spelled T-U-I-T-E. You should take your notes, keep it in front of you. Okay, I have some exercises here that you guys can share. Maybe you guys can share over here. And then maybe have something to comment. Okay? So tui means grab. Okay? Te means hand. Grabbing with your hand. Okay? Generally, it's referred to as joint locks. Okay? There's one guy that's coming, a Chinese guy, but maybe he's late. Okay. He had an injury in his arm. But I want to ask, does anyone else have any wrist injuries before? Arm broken, arm injury? No sprain, nothing broken? Okay. Very important because we're going to be training with different people today. I'll be saying, okay, change partners. So you need to know who you're working with. If my arm was broken before, you cannot put too much pressure. Maybe break it again. Okay? So far everybody here is okay. Nobody had problems. Okay? So, Tuite, like I said, it's referred to as joint lock manipulation. And we can use these, as I was saying to Amir just now, in dealing with difficult people. Okay? Let's say a bully. Okay? Or a biff. Okay? Someone who's picking on somebody else, and you want to take that guy out to escort him outside. You don't want to fight inside. Somebody's sitting on your chair in school, and you ask them to move nicely. They don't want to move. You can make them move. Okay, I'll show you how to do that today. So, this knowledge we use not to abuse. Okay, we don't want to be the bully. Okay, we want to protect people, our friends, okay, against the bullies. All right. So this is Module 4. Okay, of our Black Belt series. Okay, and we'll begin. So any questions so far? No. So everyone stand up. What we're going to do first is we're going to do some wrist exercises. When we do these exercises, maybe you're thinking, why? I don't understand. Okay, but when we start to implement the joint locks, then you'll start to understand how we're using these exercises. So the first one is called the downward twist. So basically, you put your hands at your side like this. Just twist it like this, and then you go down. Okay? So twist, down. Twist, down. These exercises you can do daily actually, and they'll make your wrist more maneuverable. Okay? When you are applying the technique, or if someone is applying a technique to you, you want your wrist to be very maneuverable. Okay? You don't want to start hearing cracking. Also, today you'll hear a lot of cracking sounds. Okay, don't be scared. Okay, when you start training with, especially maybe some of the older guys. Actually, even I think of Mira. When I did it with her, you hear crack. Okay, so you're gonna hear a lot of cracking sounds today. All right, I think when I did it with you, come along, you're gonna crack. Okay, so doing with that. So these exercises will help you keep your wrist and your joints in shape. So the first one is called downward twist. Okay, we just keep our hands inside. Just bend, down. Okay, bend, down. All right, very, very simple, right? Okay, the next one what is called an inside twist. Okay, we take our hand, do it this way, and we want to curl it from the middle, the pinky finger, like this, and curl it to the wrist. And we should be able to do it with both sides of the hands. This side, so use practice with both hands. Okay, so start and just curl. Okay? Okay, and then the next one will be an outside twist. So from your hand like this, just go like this. So open, and then just bend back. And then also both sides. When we do locks, we should be able to do a lock with our left hand and our right hand. It's not good you just practice only with your right hand. What if somebody cuts your right hand? Okay? You cannot use your right hand. You must be able to do fluid. Maybe the guy coming to you with his opposite hand. Difficult to, wait, let me get to the side. Okay? So, all these techniques you must be able to use both hands. Okay? So, that's the outside wrist. Now, what we're going to do is an inside, outside. So, we're going to be twirling here, curling here, and then out. Now, you want to be doing it together. Just do one way first. Okay? So, curl, out. Curl, out. Curl, out. And then, the other way. Curl, out. Okay, so if I pour the oil here for a minute, okay, just give me 2 of your fingers. Now, you can see how we're going to start to apply this actually. So here's the curling. There's the crack, sorry. Okay, here's the curling. And remember the first one? Down. Down. Okay, and then when we start to do the wrist locks, curling, remember this motion? Okay, so you can see how we're now applying it. Don't worry, we'll be doing more of it, and then you'll see. Okay, thank you. Okay, so any questions with that? The exercises in the book or the workshop notes. It's got a page here that has pictures and the explanation. Okay, so you can refer to this. Okay, you can have a seat. You can have a seat there for now. Except maybe for Noel. I'll use you since I started cracking your finger. Now, I have a black belt in JUTSU. Okay, but I learned some of these techniques from my sensei. But he never explained to me the mechanics or the principles. Like. In ninjutsu, we have wrist locks this way and this way. Okay, there's techniques for that. But I had no idea what I was doing. I was doing something that I don't know what I was doing. So I like to do things different. I will teach you the understanding first. Okay, the mechanic, principle, theory. Okay. And then we'll do practical. Okay? When I was doing my black belt course, we did practical. There was no theory. He just said, okay, do it this way. Do it that way. Why? Okay? So that element for me was missing. And actually by doing more research and learning, I started to find out the whys. So my principle of training, okay, I will teach you the mechanics. When you understand how it's working, how the body moves, it becomes easier to implement technique. Okay? Understand? Yes? Okay, so the first one that we're going to start with is finger locks. Okay? And right now, when we do all the demonstrations in class here in the workshop, we're going to be using 2 fingers. Okay? On the street or in the class or wherever you are, you can do it with one finger. You can do it any finger. You can do it with the thumb as well. Okay? But for training purpose, I want everyone using two finger when you grab. Okay? Because you know the expression, you take one pencil, you can break it. Take many pencil, more difficult to break. Okay? So, more difficult to break two finger. Easier to break one finger. So we don't want to break any fingers today, right? Not one, not two, not any. All right. So when we do the wrist, okay. When remember the curling motion that we did from the exercise. We want to maybe I use this hand because then we can see it better. We want to take his fingers and we want his fingers to be in our palm here. Okay, we don't want to be down here because he can grab my hand like this. Like for example, let's say you take my fingers and go close down to the bottom. See, my fingers are loose on the top here. I can just take my fingers and he's trying to put my fingers in a wrist lock, but who's in the lock right now? He is. So you have to be careful. As you train with different size of people, okay, he's a small guy. Can you see your finger? Okay? I have to be very careful. Okay? I can just easily break his finger. Alright? So keep in mind when you're training with different people, okay, the size of the person as well. And then, especially for girls as well, like for example, Amira. Oh, actually, okay, never mind, I'll use Hazi. Hazi, grab my fingers. So, for him, his hand is smaller. If you're coming up to a guy that's very big or has long fingers, you have to adjust. Okay, the key point here is you have to adjust your hand. That's why, actually, very important we train with different people. If you always train with the same person over and over, and then you get someone who's bigger, has long fingers, what do you do? Okay, so you have to keep in mind the principle that you're going to need to sometimes adjust. Keep that in your mind. Okay, if you're dealing with someone small, someone bigger, or an adult, okay, my fingers are not that long, but some people have very long fingers. Okay, so you have to adjust your hand. Okay, that sounds like a statement. Okay, so let me use this one. Okay, let me use this one here. Now, when we want to apply the finger lock, okay, we're doing the curling motion. Okay, that's what we did with the exercise. And then remember the part we go down. Now, when we start to put on this finger lock, okay, there's a crack. Okay, watch his shoulders. The shoulders move. Okay? That is very, very important. These are the reactions that I want you to see. I don't want you to crank the guy's finger. Break his finger. We do things very, very gentle. Okay? I'm not using much effort, but what I want to do, I want to get his shoulders to move, even just slightly. Okay? What's happening is that this is called breaking his structure. Okay? And it's part of helping me to bring him down. Try to keep your shoulders straight. See, if I'm doing it here and his shoulders are not moving, I'm not doing it correctly. Okay? Something is wrong. That means it's going to be difficult for me to bring him down or to control him. So you have to do things step by step. The first thing is you grab the finger and you want to see the shoulders move. Okay, when we see that, we're seeing body reaction. Okay, that's very important. And then we can now go down, and we can continue to go down further. Okay, feel it? Is it good? Okay. The next part of this is that I'm going to explain 3 words: fulcrum, lever, and hey, Gracie, you should also be joining here. Have a seat. fulcrum lever. Actually, if you guys open up the book, you can follow the notes as I'm reading it as we go along. Fulcrum, lever, and base. Then, if you need to take notes, you can write on the paper. Do you guys know, like, let's say in your car you have the handbrake?
Yes.
Okay? Or let's say the old days, the trains, they used to have like these controls, like they're called, it's a lever. Okay? You understand? I don't know how to say lever in Malay. How do you say lever in Malay?
What's the meaning?
But where you can control. Okay? It's just a stick. Basically, this is like a lever. Okay? So his fingers are the lever. Like the emergency brake in your car. You know, you pull up your emergency brake. That's a lever. Okay? The fingers is the lever. Okay? The next part to understand is the fulcrum. The fulcrum is where you're turning. Okay, we don't want to turn his fingers from up here. There's no power. We want to turn his finger at the fulcrum, at the bottom here. And then we can make him go down. Okay? And then the third one, you can see it says base. Okay? Base is something that you can press. I can press his hand into my body as a leverage. Now when I use a base, it'll actually add more pain. You can see his face. Okay? Which has more pain? This one. Or you can bring them down to the ground, and you can use the ground as a base. Okay? It's feeling a lot of pain. You can use this as a base. So if you want to make the pain more pain, put something here, and you'll feel more pain. So when we do the drills, these are the things I want you to discover. Okay? But we don't. Okay. Also, stand up. Something very, very important. Also, when you're starting to feel pain, it's called tap out. Don't just take the pain. Okay? Until your finger is broken. Okay? If you start to feel pain, tap out. And then the other person, release. Don't flip more. Okay? Release. Alright? So, no need to say, stop, stop, please stop. Okay? Just tap. Okay? So that's the rule for everybody. Okay? So if there's pain, then just tap. Alright? Now, so the concept basically, so let's say he's coming to grab my shirt. I can grab his finger, okay? Bring it down. Now, the next part on the notes talks about control. I want to bring him down. How do I bring him down? We control by his wrist. Whichever direction the wrist is facing, he will go that direction. If I make his wrist face down, he will go down. If I make his wrist face up, he will go up. If I make his wrist this way, he will go that way. He will go this way. He will go down. He will go left. Right. Okay? This is how you can control. You want to bring him outside? You point him. The door is right there, right? I don't want to point him this way and go this way. It's like the opposite direction. You can point him this way and say, let's go. This is how you control. Okay? This is the direction. Okay, you want to go diagonal. You go diagonal. Let's say you want to bring it down here. Maybe somebody is coming to fight. Okay? Or maybe his friend is behind me, so I can bring it this way. Okay? And I still have control of him. So now his friend is to his back. Okay? I can move him just by controlling this direction. Okay? From the last workshop, okay, we talked about triple warmer 11, about controlling. I don't know if you guys remember the arrow technique, but anyway, we'll come Okay, so any questions so far? So three key words: lever, fulcrum, base. Okay. You only use base. You want to make more pain. Okay. Now, if you look at the notes down here, it says notes. You can follow me here. What these fingers, these are called small joint manipulation. Okay, fingers.
Right.
Okay. Hello, Raj. Yes. No problem. Are you started? No, in my house. In my house. Yes. Where are you now? Oh, okay. Come inside. Okay, thanks. Okay, one more guy. Okay, so these small joints, even though small, can be very painful. I'm not going very hard right now. I'm not doing very hard. You can go harder, but it is painful. Okay, especially when you add base. Okay, large joint manipulation. Oh, sorry. There's one more point here. Never break fingers. Okay, don't bring someone and break their finger. You don't want to break fingers.
Is Ban coming? Ayah? Is Ban coming?
He's supposed to be coming. What happened to Raj? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ibu dah.
Macam mana ni?
Hah? Si Miru.
Raj, have a seat here. Okay, everybody, Raj. I think some of the guys you remember from last time. Okay, can I have a seat in front here? Yeah, okay. I know you missed some parts at the beginning. It's better you come up close. Okay. We, in KYUSHO, we don't want to go and break people's fingers. We don't want to break their wrist. We don't want to break their elbow. We don't want to hurt. We want to hurt, but we don't want to injure permanently. When you break their finger, you're damaging permanently. But right now, we can successfully apply this technique. Let's say I want to bring him in this direction. I already showed you. But let's say this is at school. Okay, this is a bully. Okay, he's causing trouble to some other people. I want to get him out. He can go and tell the teacher whatever he wants to tell the teacher. But the point is, there's nothing broken. There's no evidence that I touched him. Okay. Nowadays, we have to be very, very careful. Even someone comes into your house, they want to break in. Let's say you beat them up, black and blue and bloody. You want to just pound them, because they break into your house. That person can maybe take you to court and sue you, and the result, you go to jail, and you're defending your family, your house. So, what we want to do at KYUSHO, we want to protect yourself now. And we want to protect ourselves in the court. Okay, we don't want to go to jail. Okay, so we don't want to leave evidence. If I break his finger, if I break his elbow, if I break his leg, there's evidence now. I caused physical evidence. Okay, it doesn't matter who started what. So these are things we have to be careful of nowadays. The olden days was different. The cowboys, you just take the gun and boom. Okay, there's nothing after that. But nowadays, court, everything goes against you. The guy gets a very good lawyer, and that's it, you're finished. Okay, you go to jail for 20 years. So we use KYUSHO to protect ourselves from the attack and the court. Okay, so that's why I wrote here, never break fingers. but you can make the attacker feel, I'm going to break your bloody finger. Okay? You don't have intention to break it. You don't want to break it. But you make him think in his mind, my finger is going to get broken. I better follow him wherever he wants to go. Okay? So, or else, my finger will get broken. Alright? So, use psychology. Tell him, I'm going to break your bloody finger. Okay? You're not going to break his finger. Okay? But you tell him that. Alright? Now, so I said small joint manipulation is what we're going to be doing first. Wrist locks, finger locks. Okay? When we get into things like elbows and shoulders, these are large joints. Okay, that's the difference. Small joints, large joints. Okay? And then, and one other thing before we start the drill. Okay. When we're applying finger locks, cross hand for the for the index and the middle finger. We go cross hand. Okay, this side? Cross hand. Okay? The pinky and the other finger, we go same side. Okay, so let's say if you want to do me, cross hand. That's not cross hand. No, okay. Cross hand, do you understand what I mean by cross hand? This is what, your right hand or left hand? Left. Left to left. Okay? Left to left.
Right.
Or right to right, sorry. Okay, and then, yes, the last two fingers, okay, we go what's called parallel, or same hand, same side. Okay, so right hand, left hand, right hand, to my left hand. So not same hand, but same side. Alright, so you can pair up, find a partner. Okay, stand up, find a partner. And then we're going to start the drills. Okay, so you can go on this side, some people this side. Okay, you need to be careful with the young guys. Okay. You have a seat. Okay. Also, Raj, I think your son needs to sit this one out. Maybe these two can chit chat back here somewhere. They want to take a look at. Can we? Because these techniques are very, he's handing very soft. Their hand bone structure is very easy and manipulate. Okay? Next time, you do it. Okay, so everyone has a partner? Okay, maybe. Yeah. Maybe Hassan, you go about here. Here? Good girl. Okay, you go. Okay. Gracie, you can go in the stream. In the stream. Okay. Okay? Hey, you want to say okay, actually you two can go together. But I'll demonstrate first, and then you two can practice. So everyone just gather around so you can see. The first drill actually is very, very easy. It's called catching hands, or pass and catch. So basically, all he's going to do, he's going to come to me with a hand motion like this. So just come in. So all we want to do is take his hand, pass it to the next hand. Okay? Pass and catch. Okay? Pass and catch. And then something you missed at the beginning, maybe you'll have to explain as well. But we want to see the shoulders. Okay? We don't want to bring him down. We don't want to be controlling up, down, all that. Next drill. Okay? First drill, we don't want to be going cranky. Okay, I was saying at the beginning, we're going to hear a lot of cracking sounds. Just now I can hear cracking sound pretty quick. So try again. So he's coming in. No need to go so hard, just gentle. Okay, so use your outside hand. Okay, you want to just catch, just pass it to this side. And then see the shoulders. And the other side. And then pass, catch, and see the reaction of the shoulder. Then my turn. Okay, so now use this hand and pass it to the next hand. Take this hand, then pass it to this hand. And then, yeah. Now, one thing you missed at the beginning, Raj, is that for the purpose of training here, we'll be using 2 fingers. Don't grab 1 finger because it's more easier to break. Like the expression I gave them, you take 1 pencil, you take many pencil, more difficult. So we don't want to have any injury. So when you're going here, yeah, and then perfect, and then you want to curl your fingers into the base. Yeah. And then curl it and then pull back. And then if the technique is correct, my shoulders should move. So try. Yes. So you also want to be, let's say you do it. Okay, do it. My shoulder, is it moving?
No.
No. That means you're missing something. What is he missing? Who can tell me? You guys. Sorry? Never? No. Remember the first drill?
Okay.
No. Turning. He needs to turn down. Yes. Okay, you missed that point. Okay, see, you do it to me. So here, if I just bend, okay, right now I'm not turning down, but if I turn down, then we get the bend. Okay? So the purpose now is just for us to understand what's going on. We don't want to bring them down on the ground. It's not the purpose of the drill. The purpose of the drill is for us to see the body movement. Okay, to see the technique. So right now, he comes in. I pass to this hand. Okay? Okay? And then the wrist comes down. And then you can see the shoulder falling. Okay? So bear up and then give it a try. Okay, so relax. And then look at the shoulder. So that means something you're missing. Keep your wrist straight and you want to be, remember the first exercise? You want to be going down. See now? See? That's the effect we want. Okay, try again. No. Yeah, just like this. Okay, try again. That's it. Shoulders moving. Remember, keep an eye on the shoulder of this other guy. So, and don't keep your shoulders stiff to make it difficult for the other guy. Be relaxed. Now, try direction. Okay, for example, River, come in. Okay, everybody take a look. Okay. So I pass, catch, okay? It's okay at the beginning, if you want you can look. Okay? Don't be afraid to look, alright? But ideally later, you want to be feeling. You don't want to be looking here. Because you're looking here, and then next minute, boom. Okay? So in a real situation, you need to be able to just feel. Correct. Okay? Then I'm looking here, I can still see his hand. If his hand's coming up, okay, we can, if her hand's coming up, then we can apply something else. Okay, so for now, okay, no problem. Just look at the hands, okay? Okay, just to get the feeling. So now what I want you to do, same thing. Get the shoulder moving first. When the shoulder moves, now you, I think this part you missed. We can move the person by the direction of his wrist, the wrist. If I want him to go down, I point this down. If I want him to go up, I turn this up. If I want him to go this way, I go this way. If I want him to go this way, I go this way. He will follow. Okay? So, I want you to try this now, okay? Try the different directions. Up, down, right, left, okay? And then you need to apply a little bit of pressure. You cannot go like this and expect him to go down. Okay? There's no pressure. Okay, I need to get the shoulders moving and then follow through. Okay, but I'm applying pressure. All right, don't over apply pressure. Don't forget, you feel pain. What do? Don't feel the pain. Okay, this part you missed. So if you feel pain, tap out. Okay, and then the other person, in the notes, there's two words I mentioned. One is called UK, UKE. UK is your training partner. Okay, he's my UK. He's the UK. I'm what's called UK is Japanese. Okay, it's a Japanese word. When you read different martial arts, they use it very commonly. UK and Tori. You see in my worksheets. I don't say your training partner. I'll say your UK. Okay. So he is my UK, I'm the Tori. Tori is the one doing the thing. Okay, so if your UK is getting too much pain, tap out. And then don't put more pain. Okay? Release him because he's feeling pain. Okay? There's an expression, always be good to your UK. You break your UK finger, no more UK. No more training partner. Okay, clear? All right, so now continue with your same partner. And now what I want you to do, put a little bit more pressure. Remember, first thing, get the shoulder moving. When the shoulder's moving, then continue. You want him down. No need to go all the way down to the ground. Okay? Just here is enough. Okay? You can go up, no need to go to the roof. Okay? Continue. Pass this way. Now we will pass to this hand. And we're going to get the other two fingers. Technique all same. No difference. The only difference is, again, pass this way. You can see? Maybe this way. Okay? And then, same thing. We apply the curl. Okay, we got the fulcrum here. We got the lever. We want to see the shoulders move. Okay? As soon as we see the shoulders move, we can go down or we can put in base. Okay. Give it a try.
Magic.
Okay. And base. What you did just now? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Yes. And then you catch. Okay. You want to see the shoulders moving. So you need to go this way. Go straight down. See the shoulders move? Now you can have it in base. Go ahead. Some more. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, guys. You can go back in line here. Who has the notes? The three notes that was here. Show you guys something to see. Okay. In the notes, there's one section here with fingertip pressure points. So since Raj is here, we'll use you. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen it on TV or in maybe other masters. They will just take the fingertip and control the person just by pressing the finger. Okay? So, what we need to remember is pressure points. Okay. Okay, when we have a break, remind me to bring down my big pressure point guy. The one I had here last time. Remember the big guy? Bigger than you. Okay, so there's pressure point all over the body. The fingertips have pressure point. Okay, so we need to, if you look at the picture here, the little red dot is where the point is. So on the finger, let's say this finger, there's a point right here. So I can actually just press into this point. Okay, it's a big guy, but I can take this point. Come with me, Rex. So where I go, he will follow. Okay? So all the fingers have the point. The nice thing is the pinky, it's on both sides. All the other fingers, the point is on one side. So you have to know which side. Okay? So actually we take Roger's hand here, this side, this side, this side. If I press the other side, I could probably get some pain. But not as much if I press the right spot. The index finger here is on the other side. And then the pinky, the nice thing with it, it's on both sides. I can press both sides of this finger. So let's go outside, right? Okay. So let me take one of your So let's say he's sitting down. Okay, Rich? So let's say he's sitting down. Okay, guys. Excuse me, this is my chair. No. You gotta say go away. But I'll say I can take his finger. Also, what's very important to remember: the pressure points are at the side of the finger, not here. Don't grab here. Here we can apply pressure actually by digging into his fingernail. This is different. This is another way to do brutality. I'm having fun with grudge today. But this is not a pressure point. This is just digging into his nail. But the pressure point is here. Now I'll use my knuckle here as a brace, and then this one here. So I can press here, and I can say, okay, can I have my shirt back? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so someone is taking your seat. This is one way to take your chair back. Okay, you guys want to try that? You want to try?
I think they're already.
Okay, because we need to move on to the next part. But anyway, you can experiment with that. Okay, but not on your wife. I already did it with her yesterday. So, okay. Okay, let's move on to wrist locks. Who's okay, you can have a seat, guys. You can have a seat. I'm gonna just give some theory now. Okay, you use the stool so then you don't need to look up so high. Okay, we're gonna move. Okay, all that just now was all finger locks. Okay. Any questions on finger locks? Questions? Okay. The next section we want to get to is wrist locks. Okay. Now, I wrote a quotation on the top. It says, "Keep moving forward." Okay. All these quotes that I put in here is actually all very, very important. Okay. I'll explain as we demonstrate that technique after. Now, one thing with wrist locks, the wrist, as we're going to learn just now, is very sensitive, a lot of bones. Okay? In the training, go slowly. Okay, guys? Light grip. We don't want to train too hard on the wrist. That's why the little guys, I let them sit out. Okay, because their wrist, even their watch has it as well. Okay? Anyway, the next, you guys can change partners as well, okay? But just go slowly, light gripping, okay? If someone is on the road making you aggravated, it's different. But in here, you just go light. On the road, you don't need to go light outside, all right? So let's understand the mechanics and principles. So, we don't want to use too much pressure. Okay, I don't want to be like to make his wrist turn. Something's wrong. Everything should go smoothly. Okay, if we have to put too much pressure, something is wrong. All right. Now, there's 4 kinds of wrist locks. Okay, there's what's called the reverse wrist lock, which is what we'll be doing today. There's a direct wrist lock, which is like going back. Okay, then someone's hand back this way. Okay, straight back. And then forward wrist lock, which is going to be the other side. Okay, we'll be doing that as well. We'll be doing reverse, and we'll be doing forward. Okay, and then figure 4 wrist lock. That's what I forget, something like this. Okay, to pull them back down like this. Okay. Now for our training today, we'll be doing reverse and then forward. Okay. So let's look at how the wrist moves. The wrist, we can move down, we can move up, we can move to the side. Okay, both sides. And then we can turn this way or this way. It's got some technical names there. It's got like radial deviation, ulna deviation, flexicon, extension, pronation, supination. Okay? So you can, whether you want to remember these technical names, is up to you. Just this way, this way, this way, this way. It's okay as well. Alright? So now we'll go next page here. Now, so we know the wrist, we know the directions it can turn. Okay? Now we can learn now we need to know the ways we can pivot the wrist. Now we can pivot the wrist at the base. You can try it. Just put your finger, keep your finger straight, and don't move your finger here, or up and down. One spot, and the wrist turns around your finger, or your hand. This is one direction to pivot. The other direction is at your thumb. It's pivoting on the thumb. Okay? And then the third direction would be in the center. You pivot from the center. Okay? From the center. When we're doing a wrist lock, okay, we want to bring someone down to the ground, we will pivot from the center. Okay? If you pivot from the wrong direction, the result is not what you want. Okay? So understanding how to pivot around the hand is very important. If you do it incorrect, the result, the guy is still standing here. He should be on the ground. Okay? So, I'm here. So let me just explain about this part here. So when we're controlling his wrist, right? Here, take the camera. I think it's getting her head's cut off here.
Oh, Amir said yes.
Okay. So when we're controlling his wrist, we want to keep his wrist actually straight. I don't want to be pushing his wrist this way or this way. I want actually to keep his wrist centered to where I'm at. And I want to be turning my body around his wrist. Okay? Maybe I go ahead here, but okay. So let's look at this from the beginning. So I take his hand. We want to do what's called a reverse wrist lock. Reverse means I want to go this way. Okay? So I need to do several things. One, there's a point here. Does anybody remember the name of this point from the last workshop? You guys? Triple warmer 3. Okay? I want to take one thumb and press into a pressure point here. Okay, by pressing into this point, I'm activating a pressure point. Okay? Then I want to take my other thumb and put it beside that. So on the inside of the hand, I don't want to be grabbing like this. It's wrong. I want to be grabbing, pressing it by the center. Remember, if I wanted to turn him on this part, I can press there. If I want to control it from here, or on his thumb, I press there. But remember what I said, we want to pivot from the center. So we need to keep our fingers here. Now, there's a new pressure point that you haven't learned before, and this is called hard point 8. heart point 8 is actually located right here on his inside of the palm. Right here, if I press, feel? No? Feel? Oh, yeah. Oh, here. Oh, yeah.
Amir said robot.
Yeah, maybe I got the wrong point. Here, bring your point chart.
The one from apa ni? What's that place called again?
Okay, I had the wrong point, the wrong location. It's actually right here. I was saying up here. Now, when I grab his hand, I take my hand, I press into triple warmer 3, and on the other side, I want to press into this heart point 8. So actually, I can press both at the same time, and I can start to cause some dysfunction. Okay, start to feel that? Not yet? Okay, so continue that, and then also we want to press into lung 8, right there, and then small intestine 5 down at the bottom. Okay, don't really need to remember too much about the names yet, but you take your little fingers into these two bottom points, these ones here, and then by pressing in here, you can control him now. Easier. Okay? Right now I should be actually moving my body around his head. Okay? Let's say he's making a fist. Like a fist? No. He wants to resist. He's trying to resist my wrist lock. So when we press into these points, this resisting becomes more difficult. Okay? By me pressing into the points, don't forget to tap. Okay. So it becomes more difficult. All right. So we want to use pressure points to help us. This part is going to be very, very difficult because everyone has different size hands, and your fingers may not be well conditioned. Okay. So, but try to practice that. Triple warmer 3, getting into the lung 8. Heart 8. Getting into small intestine here, and then the lung 8 over here. And then, now what we want to do, okay, so we need to apply two things to make this wrist lock work. One is pressure, and one is direction. First pressure, second direction. Let's say I put pressure. Okay? But there's no direction. I'm not going anywhere. What's the point? I need direction. I need to add in the direction. Okay? Now what if I add direction and no pressure?
Yeah.
Where's the pressure? Okay? You need to have two things to make this wrist lock function. One is pressure, as we're putting in pressure, and two, direction. Okay? Without the two of them, you won't get anywhere. Okay, stay there.
Pretty sure here. Here.
Okay. On the next page, I made another quotation there that says, move your body around the weapon, not the weapon around your body. I think I mentioned that. It's more of a weapon. What we want to do is, I don't want to move his hand around me. I don't want to go here and I stand here. Actually, I still can, but I'm moving his hand out off of my center. I want to keep his hand one place. I turn. If you look at the hand is not really moving. Okay, I want to keep focused on where his hand is. Okay? I'm not taking his hand and going over here. Okay? Because two things is happening. One, I'm also getting off balance if I'm going wrong. But here, I still have my balance. Okay? So, we're going to do the drill now. Okay? The things that I want you guys to understand is just how we hook onto the hand. Okay, the first part of the drill. So let's say he's reaching. Actually, I think no need to do the reaching. Just take his hand, find the points, okay, and then keep this center. No. I think better if we do from here. Okay, so then you can get the feeling of it. He's going to reach out to grab your shirt. Okay, guys? Okay? This is from the drill. So let's start from the beginning. He reaches out. I want to take my other hand here. Okay? And then this hand goes and finds triple warmer. Or, sorry, the middle and the back here. And then take it and roll. Roll and twist. Okay? Beginning. So I take this, roll, and then the other hand comes up. Okay? And then that's all. Okay, we'll build on this. Alright, so change partners, find a new partner. Okay? And then that's all I want you to do. Just roll and twist. And apply pressure. Okay? So guys, be careful. Okay? Everybody take mental notes. This one, okay. So I was showing them over there about the pressure point. Let's say you make a fist strong. If his fist is strong, his wrist is strong, difficult for me. I have to fight him. I have to become stronger. Yes. By the time I do all this, but I use, or not I, but we use the pressure points, and particularly the one here in lung 8, we can relax his tension. So now his hand can open very easily, and then his hand is open. I can use one finger to apply the wrist. Okay? This guy bigger than me. So doesn't matter size. Use the points. That's why our finger not strong. We need to be conditioning. What I've been doing, maybe you guys know, but you guys yes. When I'm driving my car on the steering wheel, I'll take my thumb, I'll press. I'll take my fingers, press to get them
Stronger.
stronger. So by doing that, ideally we want to use these middle fingers, the not what do you call them, the pinky fingers, pressing into these 2 points here. Where's the camera? Okay, small intestine 5 and then the lung 8. When we press them together, look, even you know his feet start to go up. So doesn't matter how big he is. If we can actually lock onto the right points, then he can be as much strong as he wants, but his hand will open. The strength will be gone. The whole arm strength is gone. Okay, so actually that's very important. Guys, when let's say make your arm strong. His whole arm is strong. Okay? But if I go into these points, his whole arm relax. The whole arm will relax, not just the wrist. So from here, I can relax this and I can go in and I can do something different. This whole arm is now like jello. Okay? I could do an arm bar. Okay? So easy. Doesn't matter. Now he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay? So any questions? Okay, now we're going to go into drill 2. Just now, what we did, so we took the wrist, we got up from here, now we bend back. We want to break his structure or break his balance. We want the shoulders to move. So that's the first stage. Now the second stage, remember what I told you, we don't want to be moving the hand over here or way back here. We actually can, okay, I can move down, but what happens, he's following me as well. Okay, but what we want to do, if you remember the quotation, what did I say? Don't move, okay, move your body around the weapon. This is the weapon. So maybe he's holding a knife, okay? The weapon is in his hand, or his hand is the weapon. Fist is a weapon, okay? We want to move, we don't want to move his hand around us. We want to move our body around his hand. His hand stays fixed. So the next step, we're doing the same technique. I won't go so hard, but we want to basically step over here and continue the pulling. Now, you'll see the shoulders from the bend originally. We want to continue that bending. Okay, I don't want to go all the way because then there's no mat here as well. So, for training purposes now, because we don't have any mats, don't need to bring them all the way down. Maybe they hit their head or something like that. Okay, so but just try to see his body movement. Okay, so when you go in here, see his body movement, you can see one leg coming up. I think that's enough. Okay, if you can get one leg off the floor, okay, say success. Okay, any questions? Questions? Okay, pair up. I think we cannot go with a small guy too easy. Try one of these guys here. Okay, change partners, and then try, the first thing you want to move is the shoulder, and then keep going until the leg goes up. Because once the leg goes up, his balance is broken. A little bit more, then he'll fall down. Alright? Okay, anyway, I need you to back each other. Okay, Has, go abang. Yeah. And just go slowly with these drills, guys. Remember, so remember, you move your leg here. You have to shift to the outside. And then this leg needs to move. And then the end leg is success.
We don't both leg up.
Okay. Alright. Where's your thumb?
Kaki tak naik pun je. Kaki tak naik pun. Kaki.
Right now, if you're keep it on the right spot. As you get better and better. If you start developing a bad habit, then undo it later. And then you twist. And then you twist with your leg. You go around like that. Yes, keep going. No, you need to keep his hand. Start back. Okay. Let's see. So you just stand there and watch. Okay, so from here, the hand stays right there. Okay, now we have her fingers locked. Now I start to turn. But I try to keep the hand here. Maybe you move a little bit over here, but don't go way over here. Okay, a little bit here. Already the shoulder turn. I can now step here, and I just continue going. Okay. Yeah, just make it easy for me. Okay. Then go to that. If you lift the leg, it's the same thing like that. Because when I see the leg go up, you stop. Okay. So try. Yes. Go here. And then go here. And then yes. when you press the points, fist will open.
We are holding. Because go down.
Yeah, so here, make a fist, make it very, very small. When you press into the right points, just make a fist again. Just go. That's why we dig in and we get this fist open. Okay? That's the idea. You have to get back to each other. Yeah? And don't forget the analogy I made a long time ago in the previous workshop.
Why are you not in class?
Okay. Go like this. It's like this. Feel it better. Even here. So don't go like this. You can still go like that, but you need to move. Remember? Okay, good. Okay, guys. So right now, guys, the importance is not going fast, but looking for the subtle signs off balance. Okay? So no need to go fast. The idea is just slowly looking for.
Ada tadi kayu basah.
Ada kotor dalam kat lantai sini.
Tak ada.
Kat mana?
Entah. Warna merah di sini. Merah. Hasil punya.
So what we want to do is try to use very little energy. Like this guy is a very big guy. So we want to use very little energy to make his wrist turn. That's where you have to know that you have to get the pressure points. Maybe you have to go like that's the first day. Okay. Very good. But now you're missing one effect. Sorry, you are turning this way. Keep the wrist straight. Bend up. Add pressure here. Okay, so don't make like this. There's no pressure. You must see the shoulder start to move as well, and then go down. Okay, add pressure. Remember, pressure plus two things, two elements. Pressure plus PAD. Direction. Okay, so need to have pressure. If you have pressure but no direction, what's next? When you have no pressure but direction, go nowhere. Okay, pressure, direction. Okay. Okay. So, guys, the purpose of these drills is that we just want to go light movement. Okay, we want to look for shoulders, off balance, those things. Ideally, even if we're in a real situation, we want to be using very little motion, very little energy. Doesn't matter how big guy, okay, or small guy. So right now, we're going to make one change. Okay, go for it. So let's say he's here. Okay, so what I want to do all the same. No need to. I need to dig into the points. Okay, just from here. Now, let's say from here, he makes a fist. He wants to try to fight my wrist lock. Strong. Okay, he's fighting it. Okay, and then I have to. If he's fighting it, what do I have to do? Fight back. Okay, but what I want to do, I don't want to fight back. I don't want to use more energy than him. Instead, tired. Okay. So all we do, release one hand, keep this pressure here. Take your other hand, cover his fist, and push. Okay, but don't forget to move. Okay, right now we see the shoulders bend already. Okay, shoulders bend. Now, you just bend more. Okay, so again, he's got me from the grab. Come up here, he makes a fist. So he's making strong. He's trying to counter. The word is actually counter. He's trying to counter my wrist lock. Maybe he knows something about martial arts. He knows about wrist locks. He knows that, okay, if he makes a fist, what he doesn't know is about pressure points. Okay, so I know more than him. Alright, so, but what we do, we just leverage. Okay, we press into. Okay, so from here, okay, let's see the foot go up. Stop. Okay, then same thing for the other side. Okay, so go up here, makes his fist. Now we just take our hand. Keep your other hand here. If you let go, what happens? Pow! You must keep. Okay. You must keep one hand here, fist. So I'm still push. I still have. If I don't hold strong, what happens? Okay. So we still need to keep our hand here. We let go. We don't let go of both hands. We let go of both hands, then pop. Okay. So very important. We still maintain pressure on this side. Okay, he makes his fist, but I still have my pressure. He wants to push. Okay, I still can hold it back. And then now, I just take my hand like this, push it into the thumb. Don't need to move your thumb. Because I move my thumb, this is not strong anymore. You push through. Okay, so keep your thumb here. Okay, and then I take this hand, cover, and just, when the shoulders start to move, and just go down. Okay? Just like that. Want to try that? You can try it. Maybe 1 round, 2 round. Different people can change partners again, guys. Okay? Press your partner. So, Sam, grab you. Okay, so when I come here, I'm going to think of this. Yes, press down and then go. Yeah. Okay, this gives me an idea. Guys, look here for a minute. Now, for nice purpose training, we're just touching here. But on the street, the guy's not going to come up. Give me your money. he's going to want to grab you. Okay? So, let's say, okay, grab the side so you don't damage my other side of the shirt. Grab the side. Oh, okay. Or maybe I use one of these other guys here. Okay, grab this side. Okay, so, get tight, don't grab the collar before it rips. This is a brand new shirt. Okay, grab. So, how do I turn the wrist? Go flat, again flat. Okay, just now we're doing it easy, right? But now grab.
Press the long it down so the charging test.
Okay, yeah. Actually, she's right. We can use these points. Okay, maybe, maybe we turn this way. So then everyone can see. We have to go back this side. Okay, so we actually have many points we can use. One, the lung 8. Another one, lung 5. Okay, and open already. Okay, make tight. Okay. Okay. Hand becomes open already here. My finger already here. Ready to do the technique. Okay, another one. Okay. There. Remember this point? What number? It's pericardium 2. Okay, right in here. Okay. Okay, you guys felt it before?
Yeah.
Yes, feel it? Right in here. Okay, this point right here called pericardium 2. Feel it? Okay, you feel it before? Yes. So, don't fight. Don't fight. He's fighting. Okay? Just put your hand here and then just find another point. Okay?
It's English.
All these points here, even there's so many I can use. So let's have some more fun with it. Okay. So look, we have all at the bottom here too. Okay? These are the heart meridian here. I can press into here. No more tension here. Go hard. Hard as you can. The wrist lock is already here. He gave me the wrist lock. So, don't forget your KYUSHO. That's the point. Okay? Don't fight here. Just let him give it to you. Okay? So, we'll take a 10-minute break. You can have some drink. Wait. And then we'll continue with the next box. Okay, alright? Okay, guys. We'll continue second half here. First half we did 2 locks, finger lock, wrist lock. Okay, the second half we'll be doing 2 more. One is called arm bar, okay, and then the other one is called center lock. Remember I said there are 4 kinds of wrist lock. The other side, we went this side just now. And do the other side. It's called center lock. We'll start with the arm bar, and maybe I use a mirror since you're here. Okay. No one meet him. Okay. There's a point. Can you just turn your hand this way? Or maybe you just do this side. There's a point at the back of his hand here that we learned from the previous workshop. If you guys remember this point? The name? Triple warmer. Number? And then I said to review all the previous worksheets before coming to today's class. This is triple warmer 11. Triple warmer 11. Okay. Now, this point to activate, okay, if we take like a stick here, if I maybe better use this side here, okay, easier to demonstrate. Now, if I have his arm, let's say down this way, or if I turn his arm up, you can see the stick is moving. Okay? We want to actually be pressing into this point in that direction. Okay? If his hand is turned up, we want to be going up. If his hand is turned down, we want to, or right now it's turned this way, we want to be going that way. We don't want to fight the direction. Okay? We use this point to control. Remember the fist, the fingers? We use the bottom of the wrist to control the direction, right? So this one is the same. And remember this concept, okay? Then you can get it straight in your head that, okay, if I am right beside him here, I want to go that way, I want him to go this way, I will push this way. If I want to bring him down, I use this hand to turn his hand and I can go down. If I want him to go up, okay? Okay, so use this concept to improve direction. So for our arm bar, when we're applying the technique, we always want to be standing from behind. And we want to keep what's called a neutral spine. So from our back, we want to be straight. I don't want to be doing this technique bent over. Okay? Because I'm off balance right now. He can just take his hand, grab my shirt, just pull me right over. That's one. Okay? But I cannot get the right leverage. I need to be straight. Okay? So when you're doing this technique, number one, keep your body straight. Okay? Or in the notes, I use the word a neutral spine. Neutral means, okay, neutral. Straight, not bent, not back, this side, okay? And so what we want to do, we want to apply, we don't want to grab his wrist. We don't want to grab it. We don't want to be pulling him this way, this way, this way. Just apply pressure because we need to hold his wrist. If I want to do an arm bar to the back of his hand and I don't hold his wrist, see, when I hold the wrist, okay, but if I don't hold the wrist, okay, so just basic logic. We need to hold to give a leverage point. Now, we want to use this bottom, the bone, this is called the ulna bone, okay, to press into the triple warm 11. And we're not striking. I'm not striking this point, okay? What I'm doing is actually rubbing the point. See, if I strike, not much reaction. If I rub, you can see the reaction. The knees bend, he goes forward. Okay? So there's another point higher up called triple warmer 12. This one is a strike point. This one is striking. You can feel it. This triple warmer 11 is a rub point. I want to be rubbing, and I want to be rubbing in up-down direction. I don't want to be rubbing this way. Okay? I want to be up and down. Okay? Just having a nice day today. Okay. So when I do my rub, I'll be turning this way. Okay? Now I'm going to show you guys a nice little technique that I didn't learn before, even from my ninjutsu. We use this technique in ninjutsu. Okay? But we can control what direction we want him to move by moving our fingers, rubbing up or rubbing down, or actually rubbing forward. Okay? If I rub in, rub down, he moves this way. If I rub up, he moves that way. Okay? We can control. Let's say for some reason, or Okay, I want to be very bad. I want him to come to me. I want to hit one of his points here. But, or depending on how he's going to end up, I bring him here now, I can strike all these points. Okay? Right. So, I don't need to go after him. He's right here. Okay? Now, maybe for some reason I want him back a little bit. Okay? Stay away. The last warning. Okay? So maybe his friend is coming here. Send him forward to his friend. Thank you. So when we do the drill, first drill, basically, okay, the first drill, very, very simple. We just stand right here, one hand on the wrist, and what do you notice? No. Other than that, yeah. What points am I pressing? Yes. So what if he wants to get tough with me? Get strong with me? Yeah, I can press into those same points. His grip will become released. So then I can apply the arm bar. Okay. So right now we don't want to be pressing into the point. We just want to keep a light motion. But if he wants to get stronger, then we can get the hands ready. Okay. So what I want you to do is experiment with each other. Okay. Roll up. Now what this rolling is almost like a spiral effect. You know what I mean by spiral? Okay, like a whirlpool. We're creating a vortex of energy and twisting into his arm. Okay? Right? Okay? I'm going to turn red color at the back here. So, use your all the mode. Okay? If you have other weapons. Okay. Some fun. Okay, so we can use the pen also. Okay. Use the bottom pen. Okay. To this, maybe the teacher. I was just holding a pen. I'm not like it looks innocent, kind of. Let's go this way. You know, we're talking about using different types of sticks and weapons, or even we have keys. We can even just use the key as well. Okay, it works very nicely. You feel it more? Yes. Or, you know, we have our phone. You can use the side of the phone, and you just rub, either rub up, rub down. Okay, but today we just use our phone. Okay, no need to use all these extra little things. So the drill, hold on, and just go. I want you to try 3 directions. Okay, practice rubbing down, up, and rub. This one you have to twist forward. Twist forward. This is a twisting motion. You cannot just like go like this. Okay, that's like a massage. We must twist. Okay? So give that a try. Here up. Find a new marker. Okay, you guys can also make your way to this side. Change partners. And then
Okay, no need.
Yeah, just let them give them your arm. See, you finished. There, no need to go right. And you will use the power. point right here. So this right now you want to experiment finding the point. So let's say for example here, okay? And the point is like right there. So the elbow is here. So see his body.
Tapi ini pedas sikit. Cakap. Ini pedas. Ha? Abang ambil lagi.
Okay, also something very, very important, you also need to do, it's actually a two-way motion, maybe I forgot to mention this. Okay, you need to be giving a little twist here. Twist and turn. Okay? Makes the effect a little bit better. Okay, twist up. So this one twist, always same twist. So you need to be able to twist in different directions. Okay? Try again. Don't forget, twist here. No, here. Where the elbow is, right, about 2 fingers up. Yes. So, put your hand this way. And then this is the ball.
Lakon ke Noel?
Why is it the crack? Yes. Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So there and here. Take his hand.
So you
Put your hand up. Okay.
seriously?
Okay, you're too high up.
Oh, use this
Yes, right here's the point. That's change.
No, not really. Not really.
How do you go? Okay, try to put this one out a bit more. Try to put it up.
Pedas.
Pusing ke kanan ke? No. Okay. Starting second.
Shoulder. Not shoulder on this side.
Oh, you choose minus.
That's here. Alright.
Okay. Choose my hand.
Okay, try going this way.
So I'm going to use this.
Okay, go left, up and down. Okay. So, no need to press. No press, but just exactly.
Like this.
Okay, next. Yeah. And the other side. And then the other hand. Yeah. And then no. Where's the elbow? Here. Here. Yeah. Okay. Right up. And then you want to be using your bone. Yes. And then this hand must twist. Okay. Let me try. Okay. Relax. Okay. Let go. Let go. Okay. Release. Okay. Twist this way. So here. See the body move? Okay. Twist. Okay. Try. Yes. Okay. But don't go on your wrist. Go here. So keep it a bit higher. Yeah. Good. And try the other direction. So don't forget, try the 3 directions. Up, down, and then twist forward. Forward.
Ada pegang sendiri.
So first you
Point it.
here, on the elbow. So here, and then you want to twist. Just go forward.
There's no. Okay.
Alright.
us right now, because we're wearing short sleeve, very easy. But like these girls, they're wearing long sleeve. You have to know where the elbow is. You cannot do this down here. It's not the same effect. You cannot do it on the elbow. You cannot do it up here. You must do it at the right spot. Okay? So, maybe even if you're at home practicing with somebody, try just putting on a jacket, just so you can get the feeling of finding where the elbow is. Okay? So different people, different arm length, just practicing. Okay. What is going on? Okay, guys, we'll stop that for a minute, and we're going to continue. Okay. Something to do? Okay. That's not. Okay. Guys. So, grab a little stronger. So right now, this is going to be from a shirt grab, but actually, maybe just for the purpose of training, just open hand. Just rest your hand here. So what we want to do, we want to take our other hand, go up, catch. Okay? Up. And at the same time, we also want to be stepping. Because remember, when we're doing the arm bar, we should be here. Okay, maybe we do it from this side. Okay. So I should be here. So I need to be moving to that direction. So right now, can you see there? There's the camera lady. Oh. Okay, so we need to get to this direction. So what we want to do, we want to take the opposite hand. He's grabbing this side. Take our other hand, go up here, and then come up. And as we step, we have to grab. Okay, that's the first part. So again, okay, you have to grab. You can grab here. Even if he grabs here, if he wants to pull his hand away, pull your hand away. Okay? That's the other purpose of catching here. If you don't catch, you need to have like a somewhat firm grip. Not need to grab into it, but if he wants to pull the hand away, I still have it. Okay? So we need it here in order to do the arm bar. If I don't put my hand here, there's no arm bar. I need a leverage. I need the leverage. So, again, we go up, grab. Now, remember, we don't want to be bent forward. To do it, we want to be straight. So when we come up, sorry?
Neutral.
Yes. Okay, and then whatever direction you want. Now, what I want you guys to do. Don't tell your partner, okay, I'm going to send you this way. Or I'm going to send you that way. Just do it. And you as the Tory, observe, okay? Just look at what's going on. I went this way. Make sure he doesn't go that way. Something's wrong. Okay? Okay? See? He went this way and I went up. I did something wrong. Okay? So, and then just practice with each other. No. Yeah. And you're missing one thing. You want to be where do you want to be? Yeah. And keep your feet straight. Yeah. But you're still wrong. Okay. So, go here. Okay. Don't be like this, or like this, or too far over here. You want to be straight like that. Okay? Nope. Yeah. Okay, where are you? Should be more this way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hear my background. Okay. All right. Any questions? Okay. So I don't know who's partner, but you can stay partner or you can change partner, and then this is the drill. So no need to grab the shirt. Just trading. Put your hand there, and then let the other person do the drill. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Noel, go ahead. You guys partnered before? Oh, okay. Go ahead. This is very, very good what these guys do. Okay, stop. What do you notice about these two? He locked the foot. Yeah. So, does he know why he locked the foot? No.
He just laughed. He just started.
Okay, I won't say why, but that's very, very important actually what he did, dealing with energy flow.
Goes up and then it goes down.
No. Yeah, what did you say? Say it.
Then it goes up.
But in the last module, when we get into energy, we'll come back to this point. Everybody remember this scenario.
Yeah, take a picture.
Take a mental picture in your head. Okay, but stepping on the foot is a higher level. Okay? Right now we haven't been doing it, but we should be doing it. Okay? But right now don't do it because you don't know why you're doing it. Okay? But ideally what he did is very good. Okay? So you do me. So we go here. You even step to this side. Okay, but it has purpose. It has benefit. Alright, you can try. You can try. As well.
Mungkin nak keluar.
Tak nak Mira dia datang. Dia kata memang main dia kulit sudah tidak ya.
Where's your partner?
Wait.
No? Continue. Try stepping on the other person's foot. Okay, start this. And then.
Ada ni. Ada di sini kan betul.
Okay. As a, oh, okay.
Dia kan bisa ni.
Cicak je lah jangan.
Apa goda?
Cicak je lah jangan.
One thing to remember with the arm lock, one hand grab, one hand here. Okay, need to be straight, and both hands work together. Okay. And okay, any questions? In the notes, I mentioned about yang and yin. Yang and yin. You guys know what yang and yin? Yang and yin. What?
Yin and yang. Yin yang.
Yin and yang. Yang. Yes. Energy. But with with pressure points, you have pressure points on the inside and also the back. The back is yang. The inside is yin. Okay? Opposite. Okay? Yin, yang. Inside. Okay? Now, by pressing into yin points, makes his body move forward. By pressing into yang points, makes the body move away. Okay, so for example, this is the inside points here. Let's say I press into 1, 5. His body comes towards me. Okay, if let's say I do triple warmer 17 here, I can press, his body moves away from me. So just remember, you can actually use this knowledge to bring someone closer or further away from you. Okay? So any questions on the arm bar? Questions? Questions? Okay, so we're going to go on to center locks. This is the one that's this way. Remember the forward. Okay, you guys can have a seat. You stay here. I'm going to explain the principles and then we'll do the drill. Okay, so same thing again, you keep a neutral spine when you're doing all these techniques. Same thing, actually, even when we're doing our finger lock, I don't bend over to do a finger lock. I still keep my neutral spine. He bends over. Okay? Wrist lock. I still keep my spine. I don't bend over. And one of the quote I made, I said, keep moving forward. Move forward. Don't move back. Okay? Don't move back. Move forward. Yeah, that's why I said keep moving forward. Okay, like the Robinsons. Yeah, it's our Robinsons. Very good. Yeah. The one going there. Yeah. Okay, so same thing with all these techniques. Don't do the technique and move back. Maybe you have a reason, situation, I don't know. But anyway, for now we move in. Don't move out. Okay? Now, center lock. I'm going to teach you guys something that my ninjutsu instructors never taught me. Okay? Planes of motion. Now, when we did the wrist lock, we already did a plane of motion. Turn this way. What is the motion going? This way, right? The motion is this way. This one, the motion this way. Okay? Now, you need to understand this concept to make it easier. How the hand is moving. First, okay, let's say from here. The first motion, remember we did the wrist lock this way. Right? Now, see? Now we want to be going this way. So the first plane of motion, this way. Okay? Now, again, we want to do KYUSHO. Where you put your thumb, very important. Let's say he's got my hand, my shirt here, and I just take my hand and I go in this way. Now, I don't have a very good grip. You can just pull down. So we use the thumb to lock. And where do we lock? Into KYUSHO once. Okay? There's one point here, large intestine 4, large intestine 3. Okay? We can actually just press into these points and we can start to get reaction into the body. Okay? You can feel it, right? Sure you can't feel it? Just joking. So, we want to be taking our thumb, putting it into this point. Okay, this will help it. If he's resisting, resist. Okay, so, well, I've got the other side too. Okay, we also want to be grabbing the other side. Okay, so one side up here, one side down here. So it doesn't matter if he's resisting, resist. Okay, I still can get his wrist bent. So first plane of motion, this way. Now the second plane of motion, I want to bend forward. So the first thing what we want to do is, I won't do pressure points, just so easy. Just turn this way. Okay? Now, you can either keep it close to your body, his hand, or further away, but better getting, just keep it close. Actually, I can even just apply the technique from here. But the next plane of motion is actually this way. I want to go towards his heart. Okay? You guys see that? I want to now do the next plane of motion. this way. You can see the shoulders already moved. You can see his knees are already bent. Okay? So let's try it again from the beginning. We do about 10 times. This way. See? Already buckled. And just even use my, I'm just even lightly putting my hand on this wrist. And I just move forward. But I want you guys to turn your hand. Okay? Go this way. So we go here and turn. Which direction? Towards this part. Not here, not there, not down here, not up there. There. Okay? And then when we do that, okay, his knees are buckled. His elbow is here. If he takes his elbow and raises his elbow up, raise your elbow up, it releases the hold. This is a counter, actually. Counter. When someone puts a center lock on you, just raise your elbow. There's no more hold. There's no more pain. You feel pain? You feel pain now? Raise your elbow. You feel pain? So that's the counter. So how do we deal with the counter? You can keep your hand here. But we don't want to be forcing the hand down. Actually, what we can do is, remember, pressure points. We can actually just touch. Large intestine 10. Look, my pinky. Bottom 5. So we can actually just press the points on the side. I'll add more pain. Okay, but so far we got one plane, second plane. Now I'm going to teach you guys something that my teachers never taught me. Third plane. This one's going to be very tricky. Maybe at the beginning you practice 1 and 2, and then you try the third one. So you go here, and then you go back to the elbow. Try to raise your elbow. Raise your elbow. Cannot. The more he tries to raise the elbow, the more pain he will feel. Raise. Cannot. He cannot get up. This is a solid block. Okay? Well, you guys want to? Actually, I'll let all of you feel it. They can have a seat here. Okay, good job. Okay, we'll come back. Okay, so from here, turn first plane, second plane, third plane. Okay, first plane, second plane. Raise your elbow. You get out of the block. No more pain. There's no more pain. You feel pain? No. Okay. First, second. Raise your elbow. And you actually, right now I went too far over. Let's see. Okay. One. Actually, I should keep this one more this way. Okay, now try this. Okay. It's good you feel it actually. Okay. So we go here. Okay. Keep your elbow bent a bit. Okay. Okay. You can see the teeth. Once you can see teeth, there's pain. You're on camera here recording. Okay, it's going on Facebook?
Instagram.
Okay, so let's have some more fun here.
Wait, not yet recorded.
Large intestine 10. Round 5.
What?
Okay,
No.
now I'm going to go to the third plane. Now raise your did you raise your elbow before? Okay, raise your elbow. Okay. You feel any pain now? Okay. Okay. So we go here, and then I'll just push back. Now raise your elbow. Try it.
I didn't pause.
Okay, first plane, second plane.
Rishi, thanks for giving me the idea on going live.
Tell me when to stop.
Start.
Feel pain? Only a little bit. Okay, now. More. Not enough. It's enough. Okay, raise your elbow. Okay, feel pain now. So that's the counter, right? Let's try it again. Okay, first blade, second blade, third blade. Raise your elbow. Okay, that one you're lucky. And sleeping. Okay. Raise your elbow. Let's try the big guy. I've been waiting for this. Just a good hand. Okay, so first plane, second plane is towards the heart. You feel the pain already, right? Large intestine 10.
Life.
5. You feel it. Okay, raise your elbows.
Rachel and someone I have no idea who.
Okay, so okay, raise your elbow. Ladies first. You're next, right over.
What?
So because you're on camera.
Then who's gonna hold the camera?
Yes. Okay. So first plane, second plane, where's the heart? Now, feel pain? Well, it's tougher than you guys. Okay, let's try again. Now, okay. More. Wow, she's got the pain tolerance. Let's try again. Okay, keep your body straight. Okay, that's first plane, second plane. You can see the knees buckle. She's smiling. She can feel the pain. Now raise your elbow up. Still feel pain? Yes, look. First plane, second plane towards here. Now third plane. Okay. Don't need to ask to raise the elbow up. Okay, so first plane. As you do first plane, bend in the elbow a little bit. Second plane towards the heart. Okay, you can start to feel the pain. Alright. No, this is large intestine 10. Wow, you have good pain tolerance too. Now. Okay, raise the elbow up. Any pain? So let's try walking third plane now. So first plane, second plane. Try to raise the elbow up. Oh, that's very good. Okay,
Sharon's watching.
let's try this now.
Nanti you should carry on.
Oh, he's saying
After you feel
he
pain.
says Herbert.
Yes.
What?
I don't know, he just said Herbert.
Okay, more pain.
Oh, he said give it to you.
So now raise your elbow up. Any more pain? Okay. Again.
If you reach one, you switch the ball.
Okay, raise up the elbow.
Okay, I need to use the washroom for my.
Please, after.
Okay, raise the elbow. Get up. Okay, good.
Huh? Oh no.
Good. Where's my
Okay, Amit. Someone on camera duty.
Okay, so here, keep both feet bent. You can see the knees bending. Okay. Oh, sorry. Raise your elbow. Raise your elbow. Okay. Any pain? Okay. Raise the elbow. There, you moved. Okay. Here up. Okay, guys. Do this one slowly. I don't want you to do the third plane because it's very tricky to do. Just first plane.
Why ended it?
Okay, and then second plane. This way, forward. This way, forward. Okay? So pair up. And give it a shot. Still maintaining pressure. Okay. So we're changing from wrist lock to center lock. So we have our wrist lock. And we take this hand. We're still applying pressure. Okay. Watching closely.
Yeah.
Center lock. Go back to wrist lock. Okay, let's try the other side.
It's not.
Yeah, you tried to be wrist lock. Yeah, wrist lock. Yes. That's it. And then this hand goes there. Okay, so wrist lock. Keep your pressure here.
Are you there?
Yep. Apa tadi? Oh, wrist lock.
Wrist lock.
Wrist lock.
Let this hand. Hey. Okay, wrist lock. No. Yeah. Keep pressure.
Sakit ni. Sakit tak?
Jadi tadi sakit.
Ni sakit ni. Swinging.
Apply wrist lock. Wrist lock.
Swinging ni. Swinging ni. Sekejap.
Okay. Now, take this hand. Just keep the pressure on the thumb. And turn your neck inside.
Ini.
Like, for example,
Ya. What's that?
Yes. That's it. Go all the way around. Yes. Okay, now let's this hand goes up here. And that's it. Wrist lock. Apply the wrist lock. Get my shoulders to buckle. Guys, don't forget, when you transition from one lock to another lock, look for the result. Get the shoulder to move. No. Lift from this one. Like a butterfly kind of thing. No. See, don't release. You're releasing the pressure. The moment you release the pressure, I just take my hand away. You must keep the pressure on. Okay, something is wrong. You're releasing your thumb. See? Okay. I get the wrist, the shoulders to move right. See, I maintain pressure all the way. See? Feel the difference? Turn. Keep the head straight. You turn your head. This hand goes here. Now you got it? You got it?
Tadi kat luar, yang kat luar.
Yes. You can see my knees already right now.
Dia yang pusing.
Okay. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, yeah.
Ayah,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
how?
Okay. So apply the wrist lock.
Okay, buat sampai kita punya bahu gerak.
No. This way.
Okay.
Okay. Shoulders move. Now you take, release. Don't release your thumb. Release the finger. Keep the pressure. No. Oh, yeah. No. Something's wrong. Wait. Yeah.
Which one is it?
Yeah. Keep going. Keep pressure. Okay, and then this hand goes up. Yes. Okay. See you guys over here. Pressure. Okay. Get the shoulders to move. And this hand, keep the thumb, press, turn. Inside. Wait, that's it. You try. So we have the wrist lock. We get that. Yes. Okay, that's it. Then this hand goes here. This hand comes up. But no, this way. You want to be this way. So when you come up, and then this hand out, go down. Then you see all these. Okay, try again. Let's try again. Okay, wrist lock. It's the same thing basically. Oh no.
Mami do itu mirror donation. Ha? Mami do itu mirror donation.
Apa tu?
Mami do itu mirror donation sebab ni tak tahu.
So from here,
Tak boleh.
we got the wrist lock.
Kuat lah. Kuat lah.
This one goes.
Yang kecil raya. Aziz.
Okay.
What?
Which one?
What?
Kita buat pasal
No, hasil partner dia.
dengan dengan uncle.
Tak, kena saya. Dengan.
Release the finger. Keep the pressure on the thumb. Turn inside.
Ya, sebentar.
Okay, so from here, we have the wrist lock, you see the effect. You keep pressure, you catch it back. And then, okay. Right now, you're turning your head. Okay, now this one here.
And then you flip this, your thumb goes here. And this one here. No. Your one hand goes in the other.
Good. Very good. Okay, guys, don't forget when you're doing it, no, yeah.
Your orange belt right now. Sekejap, suara.
Ya, apa ni?
Tak saja deh. Tak nampak lah. Tak nampak. Out. Buat Tasha challenge. Tidak buat. Kita kini ke mana? Empat ada.
It's very tricky to do. It takes practice. It's not like something you learn in 2 minutes.
Laki tak ada. Laki okey je. Give me your hand. Sakit ke? I saw you.
Okay, guys.
Oh, ya Allah.
I'm gonna reach over and I'm gonna change him to center lock. And then from center lock back to, and then back to center lock. Now you take my hand. And you put me in center lock. Now wrist lock. Okay, and then back to center lock. Center lock. Back to wrist lock. Back to center lock. Go back and forth. Okay. Try. So just now, you try, you let go. This time, don't let go. from one to the other. Yes, change it. Back and forth. Okay.
Go there.
Biru dah kan 2,5.
Kahit boleh-boleh.
Center lock. Problem you're getting so from there, thumb slides down. Inside? Inside. Just thumb slides down. Yeah, so we got it. The sandals here. Alright. So center lock. Now, backwards lock. Bring me to the ground. At this point, it might be too late to do something. We're already on the ground. So what we have to do, before he applies the counter, we can change it to something else. Whether it's this or okay. So as soon as we feel it, we change it to something else. You have to be very sensitive to the touch. Yeah. So we feel the lock coming on, change it right away. Okay? Here's this lock. Okay. So as soon as we feel the lock coming on, we turn this way. And what I want to do, I want to counter it, I want to push out his hand. And now, what do I have? Arm. Okay, so try the other hand. Okay, so from here, he's putting on, if he goes all the way, I'm already on the ground. Too late. Okay, so from the beginning, let's have him coming in, he puts his counter. Okay, you have to be very quick. All right. These ones maybe we won't do. We'll do some of these additional techniques. But I'll just show you guys. Okay, center lock counter. Center lock feet. We did that already just now, right? That's before he can put the center lock on me. I reach over, I grab his hand, I do it. Okay? Okay, another center lock counter. I just pull his hand aside. Or no, see, I do. With this hand. And then I can do anything to him. That's why we need to be able to flow. Okay, from whatever lock to whatever lock. Okay, so there's a section here about Tuite counters in the book, the workshop notes. That's what it's about. Okay, countering his lock. Okay, now I want to do the additional techniques. Okay. Okay, let's say he's going to grab me from the side. I'm going to use my radial bone into his radial bone and bring him into me. Okay? So remember we talked about, let's say he's very strong, grabbing very strong. Cannot. Now I want to go to center lock, I want to go to wrist lock, I want to go to arm bar. Okay? Anything we can do. Finger lock as well. Let's try that. Okay? So I bring him in. Don't forget the thumb. Okay? I will go already. He's sweating already. I wet. Don't forget to take the thumb. Or his favorite one. Once you see the teeth, you know there's pain. Okay? So, okay, another one is the come along technique, which is the one we did. Okay? Let's say he wants to come in to grab, or let's say he's grabbing me. Okay, and then I pull him in, I take his fingers. Now what I want to do, I want to bring his large intestine, this is the large intestine meridian, okay, which is this one here, large intestine. I want to bring it to my spleen, which is, my spleen is this brown color here, the one on the inside, spleen. So I want to go in, bring his large intestine to my spleen. And then, can you come to the front here? And then we can straighten the hand. And you can see, I didn't start yet. This is called the come along technique. So let's come along.
Yeah.
Let's say he's a very troublesome person. So we can, wherever I will go, he will follow. Okay? That's why they call come along.
I'm coming along.
That's actually come along 1. There's also come along 2.
Yes. Experiment come along.
Let's say he has his hands here at the side. I can go in, I can grab his fingers. Remember for training, we always grab the 2 fingers, but we can just do it 1 as well. Okay, so I can go here. I showed you this point before, the heart 2.
Yeah.
And we can just bring him. You see his feet?
The sunny outside.
So I'm actually pressing pressure point right here. There's 1 point right here. Okay?
You will pay for that. What should we do?
Okay, another one. Let's say he has his hands at the waist. Okay? So you look here a minute. I can say, okay, relax, buddy. Everything will be fine. Now I can go in here. He has an opening right here. See that? He just ends it. So I just put my hand here because I want to get a little closer. I'm saying, okay, just relax. And then I go in here. And then some techniques, this, just going to turn you around. Press into the shoulder, like to lock it. Okay, but what we want to do, because we're very bad people, we want to Kyoshinize technique.
Keep the food.
Remember I said every joint has a pressure point. This is a joint. So we want to go into the joint. And then in the front of his body right here, I don't have the sticker there, but it's lung 1. So when he bends forward, and I'm pressing it here, I'm going to press into his lung 1 and raise him up.
Combo.
And he's going to feel pain.
Combo.
So he cannot, let's say he wants to try to punch me with the other hand. He cannot. So you can actually just press it on yourself. Press lung 1. You can feel lung 1 right here. This is lung 1. Okay? Very, very painful. Okay.
I like that.
Chair. You need a chair. Can I borrow that chair? Okay. Okay.
Now you are McFly.
Who's next? You? Big guy. Okay. Maybe sit this way? So it's going here. Okay. At the back of the head. Sorry. There's 2 points right here. Gallbladder 20. Okay, these are the points we want to press at the back of the neck. Okay, so as we press these 2 points, there's another point here called GV26, Governor Vessel 26, which is like the bridge of the nose here, right here. Now, this point is actually a rub point. Remember this one? Rub. This one also rub. Ready?
Who is doing that?
Okay. So what we want to do, we want to press into these points, go in here, and rub. Oh, this guy's too heavy for me. To the front. Okay. Wait, let me take one of those smaller guys. Okay, you stand up. Okay. It's easier to lift up. Okay, but the idea is you can control him by this point and the 2 points at the back. Applying pressure. If he wants to be troublesome, let's say he wants to try to hit me with the other hand there. I just rub. He wants to hit me again. Okay. And then I can actually tilt his head back. I can walk him backwards. Or let's say he has a friend coming to attack me. I can just hit him on the chest and he'll drop. Okay? That's GB26, gallbladder 20. Okay? Thank you. This can work sitting or standing as well. But you can feel it though, anyway. You can feel it. Okay, and don't forget about the thumb. And the part I put here in red. Most important, and last point, if your Tuite doesn't work, your joint lock doesn't work, shift back to striking mode. Okay? For example, I want to apply a finger lock. It's not working. Punch him. Don't spend 5 minutes trying to figure out how to get the finger into the lock. Strike here, strike here, strike here. Strike there. Don't forget your elbow. You can bring it closer. Go right into the stomach 5. Use your elbow. Okay? Use your. The thing is, don't get caught up. Let's say you're trying to do a wrist lock. It's very strong. Strong. Okay? Don't forget you got the points on the neck as well. These points. Okay? So don't be fixed on this lock. Okay? Maybe you're spending so much time on the lock. Get hit in the head. Okay? So the lock is one thing. If it doesn't work, go back to striking mode. Okay? Another one. Let's say I do a cross grab. You grab my hand here. No, one hand. Cross grab. Some techniques, I remember one of my senseis says when you're fighting, keep your hands up. Let's say he wants to punch. I can use it to block. Let's say do a high punch. Okay, see, I can block. But let's say, okay, let me do it to you. What if they grab your wrist? So grab my wrist. So here we can. Oh, actually, there was a section that I missed to do, but you guys were forward C and all that. Okay, but anyway, we can go into a lock. Okay, but again, let's say the lock is not working. Okay, I can just go into striking mode. I can go for he's got points. Okay, so don't forget, if it doesn't work, go into striking mode. Okay, we were doing center locks. Or even arm bar. Arm bar. Okay, you've got all these points on the side of the body. These are all very, very good points. Okay, part 1. Spleen. Okay. Up, down, up. Okay.
Where's my friend to record this?
So, the idea again, don't get frustrated with lock, don't get fixed on lock. Combine. You can combine you do a lock, let's say the arm bar. By the time you do the arm bar, now the arm bar easier. Okay, I just hit his spleen 21. Okay, so let's say even figure lock. I want to do a figure lock. I could do the pericardium 2 right there. Now I can do the figure lock much easier. Okay, weaken his body. All these points will weaken the body. Okay, let's say for example, what else is there? Wrist lock. Wrist lock. Okay, I want to do a wrist lock. Okay, strike him right here. Or he's going in this direction, right? So actually, I don't really want to go here because I push him back the other way. I want him to come here, and then I can strike into these points right here, right? Yes. Okay. So use the other points that you learned, okay, from the other workshops with them. Okay. So any questions? There's actually something that I missed, which I just want to cover right now. I don't know how I missed it. Forward C. Okay. With the wrist lock, how do we know to go this way or we want to turn this way? Okay? Remember the letter C. You know C, a cookie? When we want to go to the outside of the body, we actually want to do a backward C. Okay? We don't want to move up in a straight line. For example, let's say I want to turn his hand up. Okay? I want to get his elbow up. I don't go down and turn up like this. He can resist. But I want to go in a C motion. If you can see, look at how the direction I'm going. He cannot resist circular motion. That's one thing with the body. Try to resist. More difficult. Let's say I want to go up. I want to go down. So you go up. He can resist. How to do the lock? Cannot. But he cannot resist circular motion. Okay? From here, the spleen is back open again. Okay? So this backward C, and then the other side. Okay, then we want to do forwards. Okay? In the notes, there's a section talking about backward C and forward C. This is the concept. Okay? So when you see it, you'll understand it. Okay? C direction means work the curve. Don't go in a straight line. Okay? So that's it. This is the end of the workshop, but not the end of your training. Your journey starts now. Okay? I told you there's different kinds of wrist locks. There's so many kinds of locks actually. JUTSU, Silat, Karate, Taekwondo, Judo, all have different locks. Some locks on the ground. They can lock you with their legs. Okay? So always remember your KYUSHO. Okay? The KYUSHO, you can find a way to get help. So the next workshop, I think maybe we'll schedule by ending of next month sometime. Will be on grappling. Grappling, just to give you a good idea, grappling is when someone is like this, right up to you. Okay, you can grab me too. So we're grabbing each other. This is grappling. Okay? Or I can be on the ground and you can be on top of me. That is grappling. Close. Here, we still have distance. Grappling, there's no more distance. Very, very close. That's the next workshop. Okay, so any questions, guys? So the food is already here, and maybe getting cold, so I can wash it. So thank you very much, guys, and I appreciate you guys coming. Okay, now we can.